Hello and welcome to today's Catholic Focus News Bulletin. I am Susan Bulemi, and with me on the Sign Language Interpretation Desk is Charity Ngima. Now we begin our bulletin today from the Catholic Church, whereby Pope Leo XIV has condemned the escalation of attacks in Ukraine, calling for peace and stating that war does not solve problems but instead increases suffering and destruction. Speaking during his Wednesday catechesis, he said the attacks destroy hope, homes, places of worship, and the lives of innocent civilians. He also expressed gratitude to mothers around the world for their care and upbringing, emphasizing the importance of protecting human life from conception to natural death.
Dear brothers and sisters, in today's reflection on Sacrosanctum Concilium, we consider the liturgy through the lens of tradition and development. Pope Pius XII called the Church a living organism which needs to grow, mature, and adapt to circumstances. Indeed, desiring that Christian life should thrive and grow, the Second Vatican Council recognized it was time to adjust some adaptable elements in the liturgy for the health and vitality of the Church, to fortify and rejuvenate Christians, and to foster unity and evangelize men and women. The Council affirmed that legitimate progress in the liturgy must also preserve sound tradition, and that certain elements of the liturgy cannot change because they are divinely instituted. In a particular way, I encourage everyone to respect the texts and norms of the liturgy with openness, humility, trust in God's greatness, and with sincere fidelity to ecclesial communion.
And now on other great news from the Catholic Church here in Kenya, His Holiness Pope Leo XIV has appointed Reverend Father John Mbua Mwandi as the new Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kitui. The appointment was officially announced on Wednesday, 27th May 2026 at 7 p.m. East African Time and was communicated to the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops, KCCB, as well as the Apostolic Nuncio to Kenya, Bart Van Meegen. The announcement Reverend Father Mwandi assumes the position following leadership changes after Coadjutor Bishop Right Reverend Joseph Mongela was appointed as the Coadjutor Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Machakos. And now, away from that, we move to the agriculture sector here in Kenya. Farmers in Kiambu County are reaping big from the cultivation of English cucumbers, a fast maturing high-value crop that is transforming livelihoods and creating jobs for the youth. The initiative, supported through a partnership between COPIA and the county government, is being hailed for boosting incomes and promoting modern farming practices. Here's Nancy Kajuju bringing us the full report.
Farmers in Kiambu County are turning to English cucumber farming as a profitable venture that is transforming livelihoods and creating jobs for young people. The fast-growing crop, which matures in about 2.5 months, has attracted many small-scale farmers due to strong market demand and reliable returns. The crop has also gained popularity among consumers because of its health benefits and high. The farming initiative is being supported by the Korean Program for International Cooperation in Agriculture Technology, COPIA, in partnership with the Kiambu County government. COPIA Kenya Director Dr. Kim Jong says farmers have received training on modern and sustainable farming practices to improve production and quality.
The main purpose of this project is to produce high quality cucumbers. Before we started this project, the Cairo village, their income related to agriculture is very low, and there was no representative crops. Yeah? So we wanted to select a representative crop to advertise this village. That's why the target of this project is to foster this village as a high-quality cucumber production village.
Kiambu Chief Officer for Agriculture Martin Joroge says the partnership is helping farmers embrace agribusiness while creating employment opportunities in rural areas.
And we want to link the farmers directly with the market rather than getting a middleman. And that is what we are doing today. We also want to take the farmers through, because it's a new crop, we want to train them by practical experience. So we come with the seed suppliers and our extension service providers, that's our extension agents from the county.
Reporting for Catholic Focus Capuchin TV, I'm Nancy Kajuju.
And still concentrating on matters concerning farming, sugarcane farmers have raised concerns over alleged corruption in the sector, claiming they are forced to pay bribes before their cane is harvested, accusations linked to factory officials. However, Nzoia Sugar Company has blamed illegal sugar imports for destabilizing the market and hurting local producers, as senators vow to address the farmers' grievances. Njagindenya with the full details.
Speaking during a Senate session held in Mambanga, the farmers said they are being forced to pay bribes before their sugarcane is harvested, a practice they claim is being facilitated by officials from sugar factories.
Shida za mkulima on the syllabus biko ulikuwa umetangaza. Shida za mkulima ni serikali yetu ya nchi. The government haina haja na mkulima. Rais wetu mpendwa alisema mzuri, we have enough sugar, we are exporting. Why do we import sugar?
Where we are today as Bungoma people, we are on the path of regret, a big regret. Sini hivyo? Because Omami George is here. We thought that leasing Nzoia could be a better solution for us. But from where we stand, we are terribly regretting.
Members of Parliament who are here, tusidanganyane, the Nzoia sugar and the sugar industry is going to have a bearing in the 2027 elections. We like it or not, some of us are in government, we supported the government, but we got the votes from these farmers.
The spokesperson of Nzoia Sugar Company, George Muruli, blamed the government for the challenges facing the sugar sector, saying fraudsters have flooded the market with illegal sugar, which continues to lower sugar prices and affect sales of local factories.
Obviously, the Waheshimiwas have said most of the things. What I want to emphasize on, there are some factors that are engendering all these problems. Something like influx of illegal sugar. The market is flooded by illegal sugar to the detriment of the local production. At the moment, as we speak now, we have enough for both domestic consumption and export for the next 3 months. We have actually tried to put emphasis on infrastructural development, particularly rehabilitation of the sugar roads, through the remittance of cess, how we can work both with the county government and the national government. One of the ways is because actually most of the county governments, either knowingly or unknowingly, they assume that cess so remitted is an added revenue stream for the county government, but it is supposed to be plowed back. So we want to give effect.
Senator David Wakoli assured farmers that their concerns will be thoroughly investigated and appropriate measures taken to protect their welfare.
When it comes to sugar importation, that the national government to immediately stop sugar importation to allow the local sugar to be a top priority for the farmer. And that the committee will invite the Minister for Agriculture, the Sugar Board, Kenya Bureau of Standards, to provide segmentation of sugar consumption and shortfalls before any sugar is imported. This one we shall ensure our friends, the millers, and the government appear before us to agree that before they import any sugar, a report must be been able to justify that we don't have enough sugar before they import the sugar.
Reporting for Capuchin TV, my name is Jagindenya.
And still in the western region, concerns have emerged in Busia County over the rising risk of jiga infestations and other hygiene-related diseases among primary school pupils, largely linked to poverty and lack of proper footwear. In response, Odilo Foundation has launched a campaign to distribute shoes to vulnerable learners, calling for more government support to address the challenge.
Mradi huu tuliuanzisha mwaka uliopita na unajiita A Shoe That Grows Initiative, Shoe Distribution Initiative. Tunanuia kufikia wanafunzi wote katika shule ya msingi Busia County, kuhakikisha kwamba hakuna mwanafunzi yeyote ambaye anatembea mguu tupu akienda shuleni ama takiwa nyumbani. Na pia lengo kubwa ni kuhakikisha kwamba tumerudisha hadhi kwa wanafunzi wetu. Tunajua kwamba mbali na kulipa karo, kununua sare ya shule, pia ni vizuri mwanafunzi akiwa anaweza kuvaa kiatu ambacho kinaregesha hadhi, ili wanapoenda chooni, wanapotembea wasijikwae na pia wasipate funza kwa sababu ya kukanyaga mikojo kule kwenye vyoo. So far tumepeana viatu kwa shule 53, lakini tunanuia kupeana viatu kwa shule zote za msingi Busia County, especially za kiserikali. Na pia tumepeana viatu kwa wanafunzi 44,000 kufikia leo. Ni wito wangu tu katika serikali ya kwamba wanapofanya bajeti na kuweka migao ya kuhakikisha kwamba wanafunzi wamepata school fees ama karo ya shule, pia wajue ya kwamba kuna mahitaji mengine ambayo yanachangia kwa masomo bora kwa mwanafunzi.
Na watu wanaweza dhani ya kwamba mahali huku hatuna jigas, lakini tukiweza kuzitafuta jigas ziko, na inasumbua sana watoto kama hao wa shule. Hawezi pata enough concentration kwa shule, hawezi soma vizuri na pia wanachekwa na wenzao. So katika mradi hii ambayo tunapatiana watoto viatu, ni vizuri sana hizo jigas. Watoto wakikuwa na viatu zinaweza kuwasaidia hata hawatapata hizo majigas, because jigas inapatikana na uchafu, kutembea mtupu, wakienda choo hawana vitu za kuvaa.
And away from that, just another reminder once again on the breaking news that we have is that His Holiness Pope Leo XIV has appointed Reverend Father John Boa Mwandi as the new Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kitui. The appointment was officially announced on Wednesday, 27th May 2026 at 7 p.m. East African time, and was communicated to the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops as well as the Apostolic Nuncio to Kenya, Archbishop Bart Van Megen. And that story right there brings us to the end of today's Catholic Focus News Bulletin. And my apologies, I mentioned 7 p.m. I meant 7 a.m. And that story right there brings us to the end of today's Catholic Focus News Bulletin. I am Susan Bulemi, and our sign language interpreter has been Charity Ngima. And just a reminder that on the 31st of May, that is this coming Sunday, we will be having the Franciscan Jubilee concert that will be taking place at St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Church Parish in Ruiru. So make it a point to be there and come and enjoy the music that will be there. We'll be having different choirs performing. We'll also be having performing artists like Anastasia Mwema and so much more. And it will be a great day. It will be a great experience. So try as hard as possible to be there. And remember, you can always grab your tickets. And there are different prices for the kids. We have the tickets will be going for 500 shillings. For the regular tickets, 1,000 shillings. The VIP 3,000 and the VVIP 5,000 Kenyan shillings. So make it a point to be there and come and celebrate with us. Until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and always keep it Capuchin TV.
watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.